big stretch through those inner thighs. So you'll bend the knees, reach the legs out long, little beat, beat, beat. Inhale, exhale, quick inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Bend, straighten, point, beat, beat, beat. Flex and point, beat those heels together. Back to parallel, going into short spine. Peeling the hips up off the carriage. Bending the knees, rolling down through the spine, pulling the heels in, pushing the legs away. So you'll roll up onto the shoulders, the carriage should touch down. You're going to feel it hit the stopper. You'll bend your knees. It sort of looks like a diamond with the knees bent. Inhale, exhale, scoop to roll up onto the shoulders. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, roll down through the spine, pull the heels in as you inhale, exhale to push the legs away. Trying not to pull with the low back. So you roll down and then pull with your legs. Scoop through the low abdominals. Place the hands on the thighs just for a little bit of an extra stretch. You can take the legs apart and gently pull on the ropes, bringing the feet together, removing the straps. Placing the box over the shoulder rests, make sure it's secure and even, hanging off of both sides. Side bends. Hook your foot under the foot strap, tip over to one side, and then just lift up to the angle. Inhale over, exhale, lift. Keeping your left leg totally straight, and then rotate to the floor and back to your start position. Rotating through the waist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay facing the floor and lift. It's a small movement, working through the left waist area. Reach down, grab the rails, stretch out. And we'll do the same thing facing the other direction. Hook your right foot under the foot strap. Left knee is bent and on top of the box. Tip over to the left side. And just lift a little bit. Hands behind the head. You can also place the hands in front of the chest if you'd like. Add the rotation. Facing the floor, then the wall. Stay facing the floor and small lift from there. Feeling the work through the right side of the waist this time. Reaching down, grabbing the rails, and stretching out the other side. Placing the box lengthwise for arms pulling straps. Lowering the foot bar. And keeping one heavy spring on. Getting onto the box with the chest hanging off the front edge. Grabbing onto the ropes. Pulling the arms straight back and releasing the arms down. Initiating the move with the shoulders, slide the shoulder blades down, extend your upper back, and release back down. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to release. Squeezing the legs together, keeping the abdominals tight, and making sure you don't feel the work through the low back. Taking the arms straight out to the side and pull them in towards the hips. Palms face the floor. You're still extending the upper back. And you're trying to keep those arms in one plane. So it's almost as if you're gliding across the top of water. Then pull the elbows in by the sides for tricep kickbacks. Palms face in. Keep the elbows still in space. Exhale to straighten, inhale to bend. The body is in one long line. Squeezing the legs together, keeping the abdominals tight, glutes tight, and then release those arms down. Carefully coming off of the box. Set it off to the side and grab either a jump board or a trampoline. Make sure the attachment is securely fastened. Moving the stopper all the way to the front, the gear bar all the way to the front, just allowing for more range of motion. One heavy spring is on, testing out the resistance, and when you're ready, you'll start jumping, both feet, pointing the toes, landing toe ball heel, straightening the legs when you jump, and allowing the knees to bend naturally when you land. Feeling this through the low abdominals, going into single leg. That left leg stays in tabletop. Point that right toe, and switching out. Making sure you land the foot high up on the trampoline or the jump board. Otherwise, you'll start to feel this in the low back. Alternating the legs, push off on one, land on the other. Working through the entire foot. And then both feet going into moguls. So the toes angle towards the corner, alternating from side to side. A little bit of movement through the hips. And then legs out in and land. Apart together, land. Finishing up a couple more. And then exit the reformer. After removing the trampoline, you'll stand on the platform and the carriage. One heavy spring is on, The big toes are lined up. You're pushing the carriage out as you exhale. Inhale to bring the carriage back in. Working the outer glutes, the little indentation on the side of the rear end. Bending the knees, keeping the left leg still. Reach that right leg out straight and then pull it back in. Exhale to push out, inhale to bring the carriage right back in. Changing the spring to the half spring for the lighter variation, focusing on the inner thighs. Big toes line up. You should be able to push the carriage out further, but you still have to pull it back in, so beware. Stay long through the spine. Think about reaching the top of the head towards the ceiling. Engaging the inner thighs. Take the right leg off first. Put the heavy spring back on and face the other direction. Stepping on with the right foot, because that part doesn't move. Big toes line up. Pushing straight out. Working the outer glute. Legs are straight. Abs are pulled in. Think about zipping up the inner thighs. Bending the knees, keeping the heels down. Exhale, push the left leg out, and then bring the carriage back in. The right leg remains still. Changing the spring to a half spring. Coming back up. And with care, push that carriage out as far as you can, as long as you can control it, pulling it back in. Inner thighs working. Exhale to push out. Inhale to bring the carriage back in. Maintaining a neutral spine, neck and shoulders relaxed. Stepping off of there for side arm work. Sitting with the legs crossed. With a half spring on, elbow close to the body. Open the arm out, keeping your shoulders level. Sliding that left shoulder blade towards the midline. Keeping the wrists strong. And trying not to rotate the torso. The inside hand grabs on. That elbow stays close to the body. and bring the arm in and open out. Focusing on the shoulders, trying not to feel the work in the neck. Both arms out in front of you, rotating to the left, twisting the torso. Use your exhale to move the carriage, inhale to return. Working through the obliques. Exhale to twist, inhale to return. Release, going to the other side. Your other option is to kneel during this exercise. Right elbow glues into the side and you open that arm out. Focusing on sliding that shoulder blade towards the midline, towards the spine. Trying not to twist the body, and using your exhale as you open that arm, inhale to return. The inside hand grabs onto the handle, scoot a little bit away from the shoulder rest, and then bring that arm across the body. Getting a lot of movement through that scapular area. Feeling the majority of the work through the shoulders. And then taking both arms right in front of you. Use your exhale to twist to the right and come back to the center. Exhale and inhale. Keeping the hands directly in front of the chest. Trying to keep those hips stable. Working through the obliques. Setting up for single thigh stretch. Move the stopper and the gear bar forward to the one positions. One heavy spring on, left foot on the floor, right foot against the shoulder rest, pushing the carriage back, dropping the hip, and coming forward. So the right hip drops down as much as you can. The left knee stays slightly bent. Exhale to push back. Inhale to return.